What's up? It's Angel Face, and I'm here with This Is 50, and I got the super dope, magnificent,
thank you,
very intelligent David Banner here.
Yeah, it's an honor to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, this is not my first time. Actually, I was at the Revolt Music Conference, and I got to see you talk on the piano.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing,
Wow.
honestly.
Yeah.
It was very amazing. Like, you were there with my son. And, was it Joey Badass?
Yeah, Joey Badass, T.I. It was just a whole stage of people. And it's amazing that you say that because that was a real turning point for me, you know, because I just decided from that point, like, we got to go. It's time to go now. You know what I'm saying? And I just chose that opportunity to say that we really going to have to put things on the table because there's some uncomfortable truths, you know, and it's funny. I think the dopest thing that I said at the Revolt Music Conferences is that, like, it's our fault that our kids act the way that they act because we were the ones that taught them it was money over everything.
I remember that.
My generation taught these kids. So if it's to being a dope user and that's what's popping and that's what's the money, that's where the money, well, that's where I'm going to be at. You know, if it's treating, you know, our women like they whatever's, then if that's where the money at, then you told me money over everything. And then if it's just about making hit songs, why make a whole album? Ain't no money in real albums. It's in singles. So my whole album is gonna be a single. Like, we told them that. We taught them that. So yeah, like I'm glad that you had an opportunity to see that. And I'm actually glad to see you in front of the camera, man. Like,
Thank
you
you.
done broke up a lot of like it's you know, I've been doing This Is 50 since This Is 50 first started. In actuality, my first tour, and I to this day, I'm grateful to 50, man. My first tour was with 50.
Shout out 50.
So for you to be here, you breaking up a whole lot of like male energy, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
And that means that you have to be damn strong. One thing I always said, man, for me hanging out with 50 and it's people like, we some wolves. Like, you dealing with some real alpha males, and for you to come in, you know, still feminine, still beautiful, laying your touch, I'm real proud of it.
Thank you. And, you know, I'm a fan of your music, by the way. I'm a fan of your music.
Thank you.
I downloaded Sorry God Box.
Right.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
What I was really impressed with is that you have, like, rock music there.
Yeah.
The Elvis song,
Right.
the Cleopatra song.
Right.
I really like the Cleopatra song.
Thank you.
I like the Cleopatra song a lot. Like,
Can I explain the Cleopatra song for
Yes,
you?
please.
I come from the era of like very aggressive music. So I watch so many women, they love trap music so much, but it can be most times it can be just so disrespectful. I wanted to make a trap song that was respectful, but we still grown. Like, we still fucking. I'm just being real. We still fucking.
Facts.
So like, women still want a grown ass man who I ain't pity pat with it. Like, what's up? Like, I ain't saying, hey bitch, you know, I'm gonna punch you in the head, then I'm gonna take it from you. I'm not saying that, but I am saying, hey, we grown. We making some grown decisions, and when it come down to it, you know, my favorite line is I say, I want to give her this dick, Gregory. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? She heard the dick and was like, ooh. But then Gregory, oh, he's smart too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so women still are sexual beings, but don't want to be disrespected, but still want a man to understand that we grown and we gonna do grown up things. So I'm glad that you like that song, because I sometimes, you know, you either got somebody who just a stalk raving nigga, or you got somebody that's super soft. And like, women don't really want either. She wants somebody like, you know, closer to this side, but somewhere off in the middle.
The in between.
Right. And I tried to straddle that line as much as I could. You know what I mean?
It was dope. I think it was so amazing because, you know, like, well, right now we're in an era, like you said, the trap music, and a lot of the artists who already been in the game, they kind of like belittle the new artists, like, oh, I don't like that they can't rap. But what I thought was really amazing was the fact that you actually took like the trap song, like the trap sound, like you said, and you made it your own, and it was dope. Like, you was spitting bars.
Well, let me ask you a question. So, if we want to be honest about it, technically, T.I. sort of formulated and put a label to trap music, right? His album was called Trap Music, right? What was the number one song on that? It was Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man.
I produced that.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, if you want it from a beat perspective, you might be talking to the Godfather. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it like that's Southern music. Like, people try to put labels on it, but at the end of the day, it's really just Southern music. Like, you know, and I can't take credit like them kids, you know, really took that out. But I'm just saying, like, literally, a lot of people don't understand that it's just a further progression to what we doing. You know what I'm saying? And every generation would like to feel like their generation was better, when that's not the truth. We had a whole lot of white cats in our generation, and we had a lot of strong cats. You got a lot of cats that's really out here rapping, but they not getting their credit. You know, I look at people like J. Cole, you know, no features, he snapping. You know what I'm saying? You got Crit snapping. You feel what I'm saying? You know, of course you got Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? You got kids that's doing it, but like, even as big as somebody like Kendrick is, he still don't really get
the notoriety.
The notoriety that he deserves. People respect him because of what he does, but like, I think we spend so much time talking about what we don't like, when if you truly don't like it, then don't keep it out your fucking mouth.
Don't listen to it.
You know, ignore it. Like, but when you talk about it, you really giving. Let me tell you what a lot of cowards do. This is what I noticed. This is dudes who say they don't like me, right? But they keep my fucking name in their mouth, right?
Exactly.
If you don't like me, what you're really trying to do is you're not man enough to come to me and say that you need help. So you still using my name to prop yourself up, because ain't nobody listening to you when you just you. So we sideline hustle and tear down another black man where nobody's forcing these people to buy these people's music. So it has to be a market somewhere for it. So if you really brave, criticize the people. Don't criticize the artists. A lot of these artists were in their room making their money and just released it on the internet, and the shit got big. Exactly. What, you just want them to stop? You wouldn't stop. That's a fucking lie.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? So for me, I just pick the stuff that I like, and the stuff that I really like, I roll with it. You know what I'm saying? The other thing is too, is people will criticize these artists, but then not give props for what they doing. Like, no matter what nobody say, last year there was nobody more influential than the Migos. So people are sideways try to diss them kids, but then you rapping like them. You take their rap. I heard the song that you rapping just like them. You know what I'm saying? I see you try to take their little swag. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for me is, you find the stuff that you like. And if you like it, you love it, and then the stuff that you don't like, just throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Or do something better.
Do something better.
Yeah.
So what artists right now are you like right now today? The artists who are popular, who are out there, you know, the mainstream artists. Who are you feeling?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm a producer. So me, I'm listening to everybody, man. I listen to everybody, and it's something to learn from any artist that you can find a common ground with, man. Like I told you, I mean, from Migos to 21 Savage, it goes on and on. Like, I got, there's a song called Dead People by 21 Savage. I love it. Like, it's something about the music. Like, this is what I learned. Like, people will get mad. I got books from some of the worst people in history. And people are like, well, why you reading books about those races? Or this person killed 1 million people? Well, it was something about him where he could influence other people to kill millions of people and nothing happened to him. You feel what I'm saying? So there must be something about this person. So instead of hating, figure it out. Like, okay, what is it about this person? Is it their magnetism? Is it their rhyme scheme? Is it the fact that they're melodic? What is it about these people that attracts all of these people to them? So for me, like, I'm a listener of music. And again, that's anybody who putting out music. I still buy music. I don't have Apple Music on purpose, because Apple Music gives artists fractions of pennies. I still want the artists to get as much money as they can. So I buy whole albums. I buy songs. I buy whatever I possibly can. You know, just to support the artists in general.
So I see that you're doing a lot of motivational speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're this great artist, very popular artist, successful artist, and you, of course, used to rap, bitch, you know, back then. At what point in your life did you transition into the man that you are today and be more of a conscious artist conscious of what you say, what you put out there to the masses?
Well, first of all, there are some bitches out there. And there's some motherfucking niggas out there. There's some bitches and niggas. I don't think that you should stop saying the word nigga. I don't think you should stop saying the word bitch. You just shouldn't use it as a descriptor for our people. All our women are not bitches, and all black people are not niggas. In actuality, if you define the word nigga, old white men are the greatest niggas who have ever been on this fucking planet. The greatest gangster rappers ever have been old fucking white men. They the real niggas. But, you know, for me, I just realized when I got an opportunity to go overseas and see how I saw how America was
portrayed
and broadcasting, you know, especially black men at that time, and then black women shortly after that. And what I've realized is that hip hop has sold out to white supremacy and don't even know it. Think about it. They don't have to bring drugs to our community. We'll go find the fucking plug. Like, I'm talking about, we'll go to Peru, wherever the fuck we need, we will find the fucking plug.
Yes.
Like, won't we, dog? Say yeah. Yeah, we'll find the fucking plug. Like, we don't have to convince people to call us niggas no more. We want to be niggas for life. Imagine that. Our parents died so that word wouldn't be used, and we want to be niggas. I got one of my homeboys. Like, he one of the biggest basketball players that ever. He just told me, "Man, I understand all that shit you say. Like, I'm gonna be a nigga forever."
It's, you know what's so crazy? The word nigga, like, I had this debate the other day with my girlfriend. One of my girlfriends, she's Caucasian, and my other girlfriend is Latino. So they like, my nigga this, my nigga. And I thought, wow, I used to argue with them, like, excuse me. But then it's just like, it became to a point where I realized this is part of their slang. Like, my nigga, like, they like, my nigga, such and such call me my nigga. So at first, I used to really get offended and be like, hold up, you know. But now I realize that this is becoming like, your Caucasian friend or your Latino friend are just like, oh, what's up, my nigga?
But let me tell you something.
I
hope this don't get nobody ass whooped today.
Okay.
But they're showing you how they feel about you.
I got offended. I used to get offended.
Because they know who to say that around. Mm-hmm. You know, this is what I tell people. I asked the white dude one time. I said, are you comfortable with saying the word nigga? And he said, not around you, Mr. Banner. But yeah, I am. I said, 10 years ago, were you comfortable with saying the word nigga? And he was like, no. I said, why? He said, one, because I respected the struggle that black people had gone through. And two, I thought somebody would have knocked my fucking teeth out. I said, well, what does that mean now? And he was like, damn, Banner. It means I no longer fear or respect black people.
Wow. That's deep.
And that also shows how we feel about ourselves. Because like, we can say it amongst each other because we're all going through the same thing. But little white girl, you can go just like on the Malcolm X movie. You can go move out and change the way that you talk, and you go get you a white boyfriend and change your whole entire life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people are quick to want to use our slang. They want to use black folks' slang, but they don't want to be black when it's time to be black. Look at every race of people that black people help out when they're in trouble. Where are all these people as a whole when we need their help? Or one of our kids die. One of our innocent children die. Like, everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be black. You know what I'm saying? So I make it clear. When I say nigga, I don't mean the term of fucking endearment. I mean fucking nigga. I want you to be offended when I say nigga. And if you say nigga when you around me, that's what it means. And I bet you, as gangsta as black people claim to be, or as gangsta as we used to be, you start punching these motherfuckers in their teeth, they'll stop saying it. I got on the Breakfast Club. I said this. I said, okay, just so we won't have no confusion, everybody, just so you know, and you say nigga, you get punched in your fucking mouth. Okay? Just so y'all, because I know it's getting real cloudy, and you know what I'm saying? You know, you may get used to your friends, just because your friend let you say nigga, you think it's all good. Just know now, when you say it, you're going to get your fucking teeth knocked out. I bet you motherfuckers stop saying it. Knock they motherfucking ass out. Or you say, listen, if you respect me, because I had to tell my friends and my uncle that. My uncle say nigga more than white Ku Klux Klan members. And like, even when it slipped now, I know that he's trying. But every time he see me, he'll be like, What's up, black man? He called me black man. That's what he called me. He called me black man. But because I sat down and I talked to him. I said, I don't want you calling me that no more. I said, that's not what I stand for, and it doesn't feel good to me. I was like, if you respect me as a man, I need you to not say that. And he tries with all of his heart. If somebody loves you, they'll break this. Like that's like if I know that you have been raped or something has happened to you, you know, and you know how we as men, we play around, you know what I'm saying? What's up, girl? What's up? If I know that something traumatic has happened to you, and nigga is very traumatic to black people, then if you love me and you respect the history of what black people have gone through, you won't even play like that. Exactly. And I don't understand what is it that's so important about this word that you want to say it so bad. And then you got the half black people who say nigga all the time, but I'll never hear you say cracker.
That's
or
true.
Demon, devil, you fucking cracker.
That is so true.
Hey, just say cracker ass cracker.
Cracker ass cracker.
That feels awesome, doesn't it? I think we should implement that into our language too. You cracker ass cracker, motherfucker. But I'm serious.
You corrected me over here.
But think about it. If you say something derogatory about somebody from the Jewish community, whether they say it or not, I'm talking about lights will start cutting off and shit. See the camera shaking now and shit. We said something and then yeah. But my thing is, and I want to say this, and I said it on another show, and sometimes God works through you. Sometimes God talks through you. A dude said, you know, I could take the pain out of the word nigga by calling myself a nigga. I say, but think about this. I think black people are gods of the universe. I think we are made of the same thing that God is made out of. And think about it. This is how whitewashed we have become and how powerful white supremacy is. We can literally call ourselves anything. You could call yourself ice cream, chocolate ice cream. You could call yourself black chair. You could call yourself beautiful face. You could fucking call yourself God. Black people are uncomfortable, in most cases, calling themselves God and love to call themselves niggas. But peep this. This is my point though. Gods create. Niggas deal with it. In order for you to flip something, you have to first accept it. Damn, I'm a nigga. Oh, but I'm a flip it. No. I ain't your fucking nigga. That's the one thing that I can say I love about being from Mississippi. Like that pain was in our faces for so fucking long. Like you're not gonna come to Mississippi with that shit. You may hear us say nigga every day in Mississippi, but let somebody from another race come to Mississippi and call somebody a nigga to get their fucking tape, to get their whole fucking face ripped off.
Did you grow up like in a church? Like did you grow up in like a church? I feel like you're kind of like a revolutionary. Mm-hmm. Like were you always so vocal about how you felt about, you know, opinions and things that's going on, or standing up for?
My mom and uncle said I was always awkward. I was really like.
But were you like a quiet awkward?
No, I'm explaining to you. I really think, and this most rappers get up on this motherfucking lie. I think if I wasn't raised in the hood, I'd probably be a physicist.
Yeah.
Like now that I'm really 100 with myself. Like even think about 50. Like that dude is supposed to be a fucking billionaire. Like, but his surroundings were not conducive to that until he was able to rise to a certain. Like when we was on tour, like this dude was always thinking, always reading, always lifting fucking weights. While everybody else was doing everything, he was always hyper focused. He was supposed to be something else. But because of slavery and the fact that they put us all in ghettos, like we were supposed to be something else, but didn't have many choices. But to answer your question directly, I was always strange. Like when my friends was like, it's funny. Like I listened to A-Bar, MJG, you know, 3 6 Mafia, just like everybody else growing up, you know, Ghetto Boys. But like I started listening to in the 6th grade, like Mantronix and Tila Rocks, That's the Sonic. Like I was listening to Souls and Mischief and stuff like that. I've always been different. I remember when everybody used to ride through the hood, like in front of the clubs, and they would be bumping Master P. I would do shit like I would go get The Price is Right, like the theme for The Price is Right, and I would come through the fucking block going ba 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 da da ba 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 ba. Like that shit was just so hard. I always been different. And then in 11th grade, I stole a book that was called From the Broader Files. I stole it from my cousin. I stole A House of Pain. Pete Rock remixed A House of Pain from me because you couldn't find a note. It was hard to find in the South. And because he took that from me, I took his book from him. And I read that book from Chicago to Mississippi on the train. Mm-hmm. Then right after that, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. And I hadn't been the same. The problem was I was broke. So I was always trying to figure out what that information meant. So I was gaining knowledge of self, but it was hard for it to manifest because I was fucked up.
So that was a transition point.
Yeah, it was a transition. So like, I started getting angry because one thing I didn't understand is like, why do white folks hate black folks so bad? Mm-hmm. We ain't never did nothing to them but raise their fucking children and build their shit for free. Like, why do you hate? Still to this day, I want to ask everybody a question, and I hope this shit, they take this clip and put it everywhere. Like, one thing I don't understand about white folks is like, what else do you want? You got everything on this earth. You got most of the minerals, most of the fucking land. Like, dude, one thing I know about white people is that if black folks never stand up, they're gonna blow this bitch up. Because they're so fucking parasitic. They always want more. It's never fucking enough. And what I realized from a spiritual standpoint, and I just say this, like, religion hadn't worked for black folks. Like, I was Christian growing up, and that was the reason why my mother became a Christian. It's funny, my mother's a pastor now.
Oh, wow.
And like, she, like, when I go home and I would turn around and she'd throw holy water on me and shit. My mama really think I'm gonna go to hell. Like, oh, God. Yeah, but ain't no hell.
So
we already, I'm serious. Ain't no fucking hell.
No, you are crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. No, I'm serious. Like, why there's not a hell? Hell is right fucking here. Like, really. Like, think about it. Like, why would God put us in a situation and God loves us so much that we act the way that we act for a reason? Like, look at the people. We are a reflection of the surroundings that are around us. Now, one or two people will get out and they'll use that person as the flagship person, but he's one out of fucking 45,000 people. Like, come on. Even ghettos were formed. The Nazis used that against Jewish people, and they know from a science perspective, if you take animals and put a whole bunch of animals in a constricted area with limited resources, they're gonna tear each other apart. That's what the fucking term ghetto means. So when white people say black folks live in the ghetto, that means you know what you fucking did. You stacked us up on top of each other with no fucking resources, and then we kill each other, and then you gonna tell us we gonna go to hell?
Oh wait, and then it's a liquor store right downstairs.
Right. But you have to think about this, and in no way am I taking shots at anybody's religion, but think about it. They took everything from us that made us a culture. Why would they give us religion?
Well, that's my next question. So, how you feel about Donald Trump? Like, how you feel about Donald Trump?
I feel about Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump. Well, I can't answer things like that because people will take the snippet and run with that shit.
Okay.
But
I'm curious.
I like the effect of. I don't like Donald Trump, but I like the effect of Donald Trump. Donald Trump took the word post-racial away from the liberal white person. Or it can't be that bad. It's not racist anymore. What the fuck? I remember going on CNN until last time I went on CNN, and I literally told them white folks, what the fuck else do you want me to say? What didn't I say about Mike Brown that wasn't said about Trayvon, that wasn't said about fucking Emmett Till? Black folks been saying this shit. Now that liberal white folks see that it's real in America, now all of a sudden y'all believe that it's racist. These racists have been here. Like, you see all of these fucking cracker ass motherfuckers. When I say cracker, I mean cracker the same way I say nigga. You have these crazy ass crackers at these predominantly white colleges, and you just think, oh, it's all of a sudden they bumped their head and got racist yesterday. Them motherfuckers been racist, and they got it from their fucking mama, who got it from their nasty ass grandmother. Like, dude, we've been saying this shit, but nobody's listening. And same way with a recession. When hasn't it been a recession for black folks? You know what I'm saying? When haven't we struggled in this motherfucker?
Facts.
You know, so for me, and that's what I've been telling people. I told the Christian dude this, and he couldn't even argue with me. I was like, bro, tell me when any of this shit has ever worked for us for the last 500 years. And the only reason why you say you blessed is because you don't know what you were before. If you knew that you created math and science and pyramids and shit, there's no way that you would mumble that you were blessed now. You're a fucking slave. I'm a fucking slave, dude. Are you fucking serious? And we get a little bit of bread, and most of us, you can't name most of us who are successful in America, we have in some way participated in white supremacy. Like a pill. Pimp these motherfucking hoes. Kill these motherfucking niggas. If I say that, then I sell 1 million fucking records. But if I say they gave us Obama like it was gonna stop the fight, like it was gonna stop the cause, my folks still scraping trying to find them some socks and drawers, something to eat. The IRS is coming, so I'm back on these beats. Barack push hope, Reagan push dope, Clinton push something down a young gal's throat. And since we talking about throats, white folks what you know about ropes, white folks what you know about trees and men swinging from them that look like me. I say that shit, motherfuckers act like, well, I think it's time to go to the club. Get me some alcohol and some ass, I'll be alright. But seriously though, like we have to, at some point, I don't want to change anybody's life. Because I don't really know if I'm right. But I know that shit that they're giving us is wrong. And that's why I thank 50. That's why I thank you all for allowing me in the middle of all the shit that we all have to do in order to survive.
Exactly.
That we can put something on these motherfuckers' mind. And I remember this lady telling me one time, or this preacher telling me one time, you may not be Jesus. You may be Moses. You may be the person that sparked the mind of somebody who can really come in this motherfucker and change this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like, the thing is, I want to tell y'all, like, when you ask me what really changed me, is when I saw that we doing it now. White folks ain't gotta make us do shit. We want to be niggas. We want to sell dope. We want to treat our women like shit. And this hurt my feelings so bad. I went overseas, and they said, do you know how you judge a race of people? And I said, no. They said, but how they treat their women. You judge, because that's who you reproduce your likeness, through your women.
Well, my opinion on that, I'm sorry if I could
No, go baby.
If I could jump in, I'm sorry for the females. I'm pretty sure a lot of other females agree. I feel like, and not to down our black men, but I feel like a lot of the other cultures, like the Latinos or the Middle Easterns or whatever, I feel like they have a little bit more, maybe because they grew up in the household with, a lot of them with their mom and their dad, and maybe because a lot of our African American men are from broken homes, but I feel like a lot of the African American men, when it comes to the women, they are disrespectful. And I'm not saying all, because there are some good black, not all of you men, but I mean, for the most part, it's true. You have a baby, you're not with the mother, now you don't want to, I'm not taking care of my kid. And that's not all black men, but I'm just saying. And that, okay.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
I just want to ask you a quick question.
Go ahead.
But see, the thing is that that's part of the problem. White supremacy takes out the history. So think about this. Black people haven't been out of slavery longer than they were in slavery. That's something that people don't know. We hadn't been out of slavery that fucking long. Where have we ever got therapy? They tore our families away. They tore our men away from our women. Africans didn't come over here acting that way. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody ever taught us how to be men again. So we took the best example of alpha male that we had, and that was pimps and dope dealers. And then the strong black men, they put them on drugs. And then you got to even think about it. Whoa, this was so dope, man. This lady showed me this. If you a woman and you can't take care of your children, they subsidize you. If you a man and you can't take care of your child, they send your black ass to jail. The system is set up to break the backs of black men, and nobody has ever taught them how to do any different. That's all we ever had. Then the men couldn't really get jobs. You feel what I'm saying? During integration, everybody wanted to be with white folks. We no longer spent with each other. So even a strong, proud black man who would get his own business together, we start shopping with white folks now, and his business is gone. So the thing, you got to understand about women, it's just the truth. Like, I respect you as a man, and you trying to hold up, but if you can't do it, we gonna move on. And so a lot of black men didn't really have those choices. So like that's the thing that I try to do, is I understand the history. Like, I'll give you an example. If there was anywhere on this earth that I would die, it would be the place that I represent the most. It would be in my fucking hometown is where I would fucking die. But I understand that. The reason why they have haters is because if one slave would escape the plantation, they would beat nearly every slave to death. So every time a black man or a black woman sees another black person escaping the plantation, we do everything we fucking can to stop that. And then they call it crabs in the bucket mentality. But people got that fucked up. The crab ain't fucking supposed to be in the bucket in the first fucking place. That is not his natural habitat. And 9 times out of 10, they got a fire under that motherfucker. I'll pull your black ass back down too. Bring your ass back down here. I'm burning to this bitch. Wow. But honestly, love, like, there's something that is changing. Like, I can see it in these children. I can see it in, like, even the fact, you got to be honest. Like, as dope as the God Box is, I know my album is one of the dopest albums ever.
It's definitely dope.
But people fuck with me way more than they do my music. So that shows that they are looking for something different. Even the average dope boy, like, they like, man, like, all that crazy ass shit Dave Bella used to talk, like, I see that. And I'm gonna tell you, this is the funniest shit ever, y'all. I'm just being real with you. Just the funniest shit. I see one of my dope dealing homeboys, and they say this shit. When it don't go together, but you have to give them love for what they trying to do. They be like, hey man, I like all that black power shit, my nigga. And I be like, oh.
You want to correct them?
No, you can't, but you can't. You gotta love them. Right. And what they understand, because like if you correct them, then it make them feel like you belittling them. Yeah. So I just bite my foot. I'm talking to I bleed like those two things don't go together, but and what I'm learning, bro, is people like, hey man, I want to hear that shit you talking though, bro. Like when that's why my lectures, when I lecture,
yeah, definitely,
it be thousands of people
there.
It's
relatable, and that's what I was saying. Like with your album, like I was super impressed. I'm like, yo, because you could spit bars, but I'm just like everything was just put together and structured, like so dope that I was like, wow, this is like affectionate. And when you were talking at the the Revolt seminar, I was like, I never even knew that you like it was.
Y'all
like
smart as fuck. It's okay. You go ahead and say it. I really thought you was a dumb motherfucker. It's cool. It's cool.
No.
I sort of like being.
What I'm trying to say is I didn't realize how powerful.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with people telling you fine?
No.
You are awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm really
surprised. I got brains too.
No. But wait. The brains is fine. That's cool. I already know you smart because the fact that we acknowledge that first. The fact that you even here. But what you have to understand, we have, because I just got to be honest with you, I'm probably one of the sexiest motherfuckers alive.
I like your confidence.
Yeah. No, it's not confidence. Let me tell you. Confidence is when you believe it long enough to.
No, he really thinks that because when you listen to the God Box, they say David Banner
is sexy as fuck. Yes, and yeah. But see, but I'm being honest with you, and the reason why I say that is because we have, and that comes from slavery too. We have such a problem with being complimented. Like we want to find a problem. Like you tell a woman like, yo, you're super sexy, you're fine. I really haven't had a chance to engage with you long enough to really be like, hey, you smart as fuck. But I can see right now that you fine as hell, right? So I'll say that, but then we so at war, we be like, well, I'm smart too. That's sort of like me saying, hey, don't call me a nigga. I'm conscious, I'm woke now. But no. I say that on purpose because like we don't, most of the time, and I know this from a woman's perspective, most women really think that I'm being sexual with them when I tell them that they're beautiful or that they're sexy or something like that. And most times, I really don't have time. Like, I don't have time to be... That's one thing I learned. I try to be as focused as I can with my sexual energy is because when when you spread it, it dissipates, and that's part of our power. Is to be able to harness that energy, and when you let it go, you let it go, literally and figuratively. But what I was saying is that we have to be able to acknowledge each other. You know what I'm saying? Without it being nasty, without it feeling like you're degrading somebody.
No, but I take it. The compliment you gave me was I like it, and I didn't think anything of it because it's coming from you. And like I said, back to what I was saying, when I heard you speaking, like it was like 4 other people talk, but like when you got up there and you started speaking, like people were like, it was like a standing ovation, and like everything that you said, like it hit home. And when I left, I felt like, okay, wow, I need to work on this. I'm focused, I'm motivated. Like, you understand? So it's just like, what I'm trying to say about you is that besides the music, besides everything else, like what do you see, like in 2 years, I could see you like kind of, I know you probably wouldn't want your own church, but like, just like really having people coming out to like hear what you're talking about. And like,
the one thing that I would ask people though,
would you ever have your own church or like your own?
I'm not religious at all. Like, if you knew how I feel about religion,
okay, let's not.
Yeah, I really equate. I'm just being real with you.
Well, not even have a church, but just have it like where people could actually come and hear you speak and hear your opinion.
Yeah, I think that in a lot of ways, when religion is used the wrong way, it's as bad as dope. Okay. Because it suppresses the people. Like, I think one of the reasons why black people won't fight back against white people is because subliminally they see Jesus when they see white people. So they always forgiving white people because they see the image of Jesus when they see white people. But when they see black people, they've been conditioned to only see niggas. That's why it's hard for me to hurt a black man or a black woman now, because I see God. If we literally thought that we seen God, it would be impossible for us to kill each other. And maybe we would have to whoop the devil out of a motherfucker's asshole. But you could never kill something that you truly love. You know, and the thing that I want to tell people, and please keep this part, and it's very important to me, is that I just don't want people to leave me. Because every black leader, you know, everybody says they want me to be this leader, but black people never protect their leaders. You kill a white person's leader, they tear this bitch up. Kill a Russian leader if you want to, they'll blow this motherfucker up. Like, but our black leaders, like, I just asked somebody, name one leader, anybody who meant something to black people that died that we did anything about. I'm talking about motherfucking Emmett Till, I'm talking about Mike Brown, I'm talking about Pac, I'm talking about Biggie, I'm talking about Medgar Evers, Huey, any motherfucker, you name them. They did nothing. We go overseas, Patrice Lumumba. Name any, they dropped his ass in acid, dude. Are you serious? Like, we just talking. This may sound fucked up when I say it, but I really believe it. I think black folks really are so accustomed to seeing their leaders die, like they sort of be waiting on it, like they gonna kill this thing. Like, I'm just being real with y'all. I know my team told me to stop saying this, but this shit is.
They used to say that about Obama. I heard it so many times. They gonna kill him.
Yeah, this shit is hilarious to me. Black people treat me so good. I'm serious. Like, have you seen how, like, I get high fives when I'm in first class? They give me extra alcohol even though it's free. They be like, here goes some more vodka, stick it to the man. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is though, I really believe, because in the back of their head, they gonna kill this nigga. Wow. Like, I really believe, like, we better love on this motherfucker, make his time here on the earth. Cause, like, I'll just tell y'all this, I'll be real with y'all, man. I had 2 death threats, right? And as much as motherfuckers say that they about this black power and this being woke shit, it ain't nothing like having your life on the line for it.
You had 2 death threats recently?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's crazy because I still went. And
was that like a death threat? You were going to a venue and to speak, and someone told you not to speak, to try to actually shut you up?
It was one place, man. It was actually, this was the coldest shit. It was a fucking preacher, a white preacher in Tulsa, Oklahoma, said, who gave David Banner permission to come to our city and talk?
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay, well, I'm about to show your motherfucking ass. But the thing is honestly, like, it didn't bring fear, but what it did was it showed me how real this shit is. I realized I do it for the people. You know, that's one of the things that I want to say to all so-called black leaders. Like, if it's about the people, it shouldn't matter what nobody else says or what nobody else does, you know? Somebody asked me, like, are you afraid? I was like, but imagine, I won't say, well, you know, we all have a certain level of fear, but I don't let that fear control me. What that fear does is let me know when I need to be careful or when I need to, you know, watch myself a little bit more. But what I'll say is, imagine if Malcolm allowed his fear to control him. Martin, Patrice Lumumba, you know what I'm saying? Any of the great people who live their lives. You know, shit, they're even 50. And many times he's been shot. Imagine if he allowed fear to control him and he shut his mouth.
Speaking about being shot, how do you feel about the gun violence? Like, I've been wanting to ask you that.
Yeah, man. You know, I think they're taking the lives of white kids and using it to manipulate people's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because why are black people so crunk about gun violence all of a sudden because it's some white folks involved in it? Well, it's been guns and shit in our neighborhood. Like that shit, ever since I was in high school, like guns and knives have been just a real part of what happens where we from. Like it just like I don't want to seem like like it's a tragedy what happened. I get that, man, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care nothing about nothing but black folks. I only care about my people. And nobody, for the most part, black or white, has given a fuck about black folks dying in fucking schools and guns. Because I know one of my best friend teachers in Harlem, guns come up in that motherfucker every other day. So like if we're gonna talk about gun violence, let's talk about gun violence. Let's not use the tragic death of somebody's kid to manipulate how people feel. And I think, man, look, I want my guns. Because I said this today. There's two people who don't give a fuck about gun laws. It's criminals and it's cops. And those are the two motherfuckers killing black folks. Fucking criminal don't give a fuck. Get be real, homie. I lived in New York for 6 years. None of my homies from the streets gave a fuck about no gun law. They all had pistols. And you get you get a mandatory 3 up at this motherfucker, don't you? You feel me? So it ain't about no gun laws. I just hate when black people get all emotional when they good white folks are threatened. Get the fuck out of here, man. Why you care about this shit now? Like, come on, man. Like, my homeboy was one of the first dudes to get killed in Jackson, Mississippi over that shit. Like, y'all didn't give a fuck about Chucky. Like, come on, my dude. Like, if we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. I just think there's other things that black folks need to. We always run into somebody else's aid. Them folks don't come to us. You name other specialized groups that come out in masses to help black people. We always run into everybody. I'm talking about whether it's sexual orientation, whether it's skin color, whether it's fucking poodles and Doberman pinchers. Like they jumped all over Mike Vick ass. White folks been fighting dogs. In the South, that's part of our livelihood. White folks fight dogs out in the front of the. Then you gonna make motherfucking Mike Vick the poster child for dog fighting. Fucking Christian Bale beat his mama and his girlfriend right around the same time the stuff happened with Chris Brown. But you gonna make Chris Brown, who wasn't even 21 at the time, the poster child for domestic violence. And I'm not saying whether it was right or wrong. We're not gonna talk about that. But then black folks want to get emotional once they good white folks. Oh, Master Charlie, we want to talk about some gun violence. I want to talk about gun violence too. I get emotional about when it happens to our people. And if we're not emotional during that time, then I don't want to hear that shit.
So what's next for you? What's next for you?
I really honestly think I have to do something with how good I look right now. Cause
you look nice.
Thank you,
you swaggy. And you've been working out.
I'm dripping
I see
all
you've been
over
working
the
out.
place.
You on your fitness.
Yeah.
You on your fitness.
Yeah,
it looks good.
I appreciate it. No, I honestly, the thing that's most important to me is just ownership. And you know, I have to get everybody that's doing it. You know, of course, because this 50 shit, I'm definitely going to shout him out in what he's doing. You know, just ownership. But Ice Cube was the one that really lit a fire under me. You know what I'm saying? They would have never let him be, you know, the star. He made himself a star because he started creating his own. If black people want to be powerful, I don't really believe that it comes in politics or religion. I think it comes in you owning your own shit. Black people creating shit and then we buying our shit. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm creating movies, we creating clothes, we creating events. Like me and my staff, like we're doing shit. It just takes a little bit longer because I was telling somebody we're in the South, so we never really had. I tell you what we have. We have all the blank slates to draw the art on, but like y'all have all the art here to give people the visual depiction of what to do, but y'all really don't have no way to paint it on. You gotta paint it on top of somebody else's shit. So like now I'm just really learning how to be really business savvy. I'm now being around the people who can help facilitate my dreams. So like y'all are gonna see me make a change and within the next 3 years with people I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna be like. I call it the Will Smith syndrome. The shit that I'm doing gonna be so fucking big that a motherfucker ain't gonna be able to hate. They're gonna be like, that motherfucker gone. Just, motherfuckers gotta like Will Smith regardless of what. Mm-hmm. I heard this story. I don't know if it's true. I just gotta tell y'all because this was the most gangster shit a non-gangster rapper has ever done. I heard this. I don't know if this is true or not, but like he went back home. He was doing radio. And you know how you had a morning show dude and they be getting real fly, They said Will Smith told that motherfucker, I'll buy this motherfucker, fire you, then sell it back, and because I'm Will Smith, I'll make a profit. Ugh! Even if that ain't true, fuck it, you gotta take that one, Will. Like that's the type of moves that I want to make, moves where I can employ my people. Yeah. We won't have to talk about getting free. Just come work for me. We can stop talking about, what's going on in our schools. I told somebody when I lectured, I asked somebody, do you think that a Jewish person would ever let a Nazi teach his child? Do you think so?
No.
Then why in the fuck do we let white folks teach ours? It's inherently the same thing. They're our oppressors. They oppressed our people. So why do you think our kids go to school and be all fucked up? They don't learn nothing about themselves. So that's our responsibility. That's not white folks' responsibility. So that means we have to create those types of opportunities for our people. I hope to be a person that if you have an idea, I have the money to help facilitate your idea. One of the things that I'm doing with my company, and then I'll let y'all go buy the God Box and make sure that you go to davidbanner.com, davidbanner.com. If it's really dope, we can flash it across the screen 1,000,000 times, like during the interview, please. But this is something that I do in my company, and my company is still growing, but like, I let people come and like, let's say if they want to throw a party or something, a theme party, I'll pay for it. I'll get most of the profit because it's my money, and if I lose 100%. But it gives these kids an opportunity to do shit, get paid, and make mistakes with my money. I had one of my homeboys who want to do a shirt company. I'll buy all the pressing stuff. Only thing that I ask you is just keep my shit with ink in it and keep it running, keep the towels and shit that I need. You can print 1,000,000 shirts. I won't charge you. Just have my shit when it's time for me to print my shirts, and you print my shit for me, and my shit always come first whenever I need it. Like, that's the kind of stuff we have to start doing for each other. Facilitate people's ideas, and then when they leave my company, you got 100% free knowledge, and you made some money, and you can go out, and now you won't have to make mistakes with your business because you fucked mine up. But I've done enough, and I got enough businesses to be able to take whatever L that these kids want to do, as long as I agree with the idea, and I think the idea is hot, because I ain't gonna put my money in no shit that I don't feel. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I want to do to give our kids some type of hope. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank y'all. This didn't even seem like no interview.
This is my most favorite interview.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
Seriously,
I appreciate it.
Honestly, like the knowledge.
Thank you.
Everything. Like this
Thank
is
you.
my first.
Thank you. Hey, I want to ask you one quick question. If it was one thing that you would say that you would want a black man to know about a black woman, what do you think it would be? Because I want to tell you something.
What would I tell a black to learn to have patience?
Mm-hmm. Patience, okay. One thing that I would tell a black woman is that a black man doesn't really want to rule the earth. He just wants you to make him feel like he does.
I agree with that.
Most women
the support
fight, and they fight. A man is always fighting everything. Like, one of the biggest things I'm having to deal with when I date is that women want to show me that they're strong. You don't have to show me that you strong. I'm with you, regardless. So if you fuck up, we gotta go rob a motherfucker. If I agree, we'll go rob a motherfucker. If we need to go build a motherfucker. Whatever we need, me and you gonna make this shit happen.
Well, I agree with that.
But like most people, like we fight against each other so much, and we never get an opportunity to move forward as male and female. You know what I mean?
Agree with that. I feel like you said with the man, a lot of things are in a man's head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're fighting a lot of things on a daily in your head. Mm-hmm. And as females, like me personally, I'm more submissive. I don't really agree with the cursing a man out or being too aggressive with a man.
Where you from? You sure you ain't from Mississippi, girl? Don't lie. Oh, boy.
California. I'm from San Diego originally.
Okay, really? You from Dago?
Yeah.
I wanted to fucking retire in Dago. It ain't got so motherfucking expensive.
Place. It's beautiful. It's a retirement
but now
place.
it's one of the most expensive cities in the fucking United States. Yeah, shit.
It's San Diego is a beautiful place. But me personally, I like New York. Because like you said, it's very quiet. That's for like when you want to just be somewhere and be quiet and retire. But I like the...
You like shit popping off,
I like it popping.
Yeah.
I like people bumping into me in the streets. I like, you know what I mean, the city that never sleeps. Everybody has to love New York. I just like it right now in my life and the time of my life. But eventually California is a great place to go. But I was always brought up the way my grandmother told me was kind of being a little submissive with a man. I mean, everybody doesn't agree with it. Because I have girlfriends that are a little bit more like pro-strong. And they ain't gonna do this to me. Excuse me. Nigga.
Wait. That's a good segue. But did you see that? Like, if it would have been anybody else, you'd have been like, yeah, that motherfucking nigga. Hold on, wait. So just to make that better, can you say cracker ass cracker?
Cracker ass cracker. I'm in trouble.
No, but I need you to say, but see, it's okay for you to say nigga, but you scared to say cracker ass?
Cracker ass cracker.
No, you gotta say how you said nigga. You gotta get down in there.
Cracker ass.
Oh, did you see it? See, you cracker ass motherfucking cracker. Hey, so, come on. I know I'm making y'all work, but just for me, can y'all please slide cracker ass cracker across the screen for me? And then
For David Banner only.
For David Banner.
Hashtag.
And this is 50. We appreciate y'all and we love y'all.